radicalism so. Muslim papa Pierre no obejiji radicalism so. But I know some politicians are using this opportunity to get your political score on. They won't talk about it. Because Oka MPP a candidate were kremoni to adwen typical one yin kwachiri na dwene mo mre it adwen say ye yakoka ye candidate in benya sahwe we are bigger than your political party niamwe ho sana NDC so fi say oh ye share chire ne ye ne Hausa for ne kremofo nyina beto aba ma ye see they are using us for their political interest na de man ye hu ne say omo use state power your judicial system, police system, and the yes adiano. As a saw kasa, mo tiablo chesa mo chirim. Zamunim de ekoso. Munim said ya Arabian Arabs no ya country nim. Our UK. Our America. It is a saw kasa. Me to be bachelor. Me to be bachelor. America for no crown or mutimo dine no muni wa kodia crown or masori etia fi say eniem ekoso nye I had the reason so patch your page no like me wi a me du behura that lumba chiri ensam bi aboboba me du behuram ano dine now onwade e daso yi Zongo communities are seeking equal citizenship, dignity and legal protection. How many Zongo community no? Hwamwa hwamo na begura kuro no mu a wo so mo equal citizenship no me pesa me tie free wo comment section we ya aware Ghana for no ya aware of sansem ya na wo mo ya aware pa cho share video no mame like him Mr. Wa like video no now say yaka Arabic Muslims are na Ghana ni bi fi say wono ya kremu na wo kana seb da bi somebody here can beyond Ghana and Ikremu. There's invasion. There's an Arabic dominance. Our ma hide behind Islam. Our mo the brave Africans, no. But Africa for no, at the adwin papa ne korem. Now, Muntian Kremo formanti, Muslims see. Omo threaten say, Womba koku so for no. Wombetu chano said ye watermelon mutu chano. Tini. Muntaka Bejina Bonte say, we will ensure no one uses religion undermine the peace. As of today, across 7 days in a crusade say, police department or Casa police for Jina Bobo and as Obama internet to a business in sea. Now, Pacho Hadi, Tiasem would Tiasem Waha, way and Cremofo.
Come on by, call me back, as I can never talk about one life, Samarina. Kwanu suwa eke besiraba ya besira go beba ga kanshina ga pasta head now pasta head now Italian pasta yanda that South Mistalia yanchuro South Mistalia yanchuro pasta head akada ida kanka Allah sofu sene be chichau 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 Sene ebe chichau wa watani no sofo sene ebe yo le je umu a unjani Johnny mama o kas kana kokuro me pani ya unu tro na wodi woti njo free obi ansam wonyo bia baby obe so kwase asam we su edi na hyen yankopon sam Allah ya min chiwo wangabu
but so to the course no and you see as some nyina yete anugu Ghana police service so say Ghana enye Islamic state Ghana enye religious state a secular state and he say radical Islam formantie Arabs oni train wo no etimi ka say ombeku nipa ometwitwa sofo no a it is our responsibility say you best strike our police service IGP say enough is enough. Baby Bianco they need to make sure say they will arrest them. So man chu man chero say nsema ye kan ye no kore. If you say police for no na no omo so makoche sofo bi. Wakasa tia Muhammad. Besinde woman to me for charge about one thing my because I catch us say police ni bia ni rights oboka kwachi obi say obi adidi Jesus and Muhammad atem eni Ghana mrem won't me money fan charge it is say obi sorry the mrasha nsam said ya muntaka gina ho kan say obi bia no betimi a show religion achi undermine our peace. Now we are telling Muntaka say Muntaka should go use the police to arrest these Muslim boys. Omu faces ni. Say omanchi omu pe nan sema ye ka say Arabs for na use NDC government Muntaka ni Haruna Idrisu say they will push Sharia law to Ghana system. Na ashasiye they are working on it. And tanka sa oti abroche to mfa ho. Obedu Ghana obenya the same problem ni bi. Fi say and na no na chief imam beka kire say malam na smo beka en say yenkoku nipa no eye asema eye fun enim koran mu. Meka kire mo say wo moboa. Sa wo che wo mo a na wo ma hyeda ka say we de we ka ne nyakremu papa. Chief imam akopa chew apankremufo ne chew through ne kasamafo. Tie ni pa o. Owie no be yes ano wakopo mo chew de no ka kire yen. Tie ha.
What am I hearing?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Jama'a musulmai na Ghana da na duniya gabaki daya. Bayan na yi sallama zuwa gare ku gabaki daya. Da farko ku bari in ba ku hankuri kan abin da yazo da malami yayi magana dukan wanda ya ji yayi suka zuwa ga janibin Annabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam ya kashe shi.
It's hard to believe. It's hard to believe that he apologized to the Muslims after calling for the arrest of the man who incited people to go and kill. Another one confirms it.
Abinda yazo da malami yayi magana dukan wanda ya ji yayi suka zuwa ga janibin Annabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam ya kashe shi.
Pressure biya ko papa na sono. Ebi shoot free Europe, America. Me say anu odine. Ghana Kumasi Accra baby ejanko na ekono so na wo hu sa videos ni na o say na on penisa but akoba sa wia ye mfa nche no ba oye Hausa ana me kire mo twi and it
now the chief imam on any customer for be pretend e we face e sa no mo play game no ye di twa kire mu enti chief imam obi a wakase yenkoku nipa chief imam so obepa chew on ne customer for be pa chew de ne ka kire wo. They know how to work on the minds of Ghanaians. Now, see these boys, these radical boys we must say, Sassofo no a your friend no AJ was one why pastor why no. Ombekunu ombetwitwa no. Ombetwitwa ne nam. This guy. Also almost ombetwitwa ne nam. Now, say police ankwache wo mo a. Dia ne ka kire wo. Yes, how they threatened also for.
Come on, by call me back. Answer John Nebito, ba. One life, Samarina, one Nusua Eke Besiraba. Besiraba, yo, Besira, go back at Kanshina. The pasta head now. Pasta head now. Italian, and the Dutch, don't miss Pelia. Yentro, so it means pasta head now. Pasta head, and the cancer. Allah suffer. Say na be chichao. Say na be chichao. Say na be chichao. Say na be chichao. Now what are you no suffer? Say na be yo. Le je umu a Johnny. My mouth.
Now, where you're very threatened, you're threatened. Very, very threatening. Dear neighbor solve. Only the police can solve this problem. Only the police will arrest these radicals, these criminals, and prosecute them. Only the police and the better me stop it radicalism in this country. So police failure, often we the citizens need to come in. But as long as we have the police, it is their responsibility to arrest these criminals. By threatening to sombe kunipa, you better chanipa because what can someone want them? Now Ghana Islamic State. You can several about it seems say the MPP leadership and the NDC have benefited from the Arab invasion, the Arabic extremism in the country. And nothing about umianti mimpi na non kasa because okokasa and cremophone benya problem. Yes, sanity. Tienie. By yes, yan tanase. It's only a fool And obeka say, because of my politics, me inform our future. It's only a stupid person. And the say, whether me and people know we are this, no whatever. We need to stop radicals. We need to prevent them. Say you know we need to prevent them. We don't care about politics. We care about the future of this country. You see, police for sorry, they are tracking every TikToker to arrest them. So we want the police to arrest these Muslim boys, to tell them, say, if you think you want to live in a radical area, go and live in your Saudi Arabia, period. Kwatra Saudi Arabia. Kwatra Saudi Arabia ne koko kunipa ho. Tiedie. Now, muntaka anopei wabeka sase, obibia wadi mrabe shani nsama bibia wabeche no yentena se. We are telling muntaka say, we azan obua, you are lying to the people. You are lying to the people. Muntaka, you are liar. Obua. Now, eno ye bisa question say, sampa say, Islam na omusum na Arabian Islam no, eye peace ya. Aden na Saudi Arabia kata uma, Kuwait mo no. Ghana for no kowa, they treat them harshly. Womu treat them very bad. Adentia. Na ukra moni kra kowa woni ye ni Argentina opa America akono. Baja omu yenti akoda yi. Oko Saudi Arabia. Muntie di omode ye no. Oya Ghana ni abayo kama pao. Ekom eni asoden. Oso woko Saudi Arabia. Muntie di omode ye no okrumo hwade.
Me jina keji ni mu ami yese. Se na me ye. Me se keji ni mu ami yese. Me peje mi mu ana de na wo me wo soro.
Ebi omodo wa kwose.
Ai. Na de na wo me soro. Me peje mi tie ye. Ye ba ya yese ye be wo pane. Eni e de pane si mi ha. Eso de me kakra. Ai. Eso de me kakra na me ko esne. Me de ma ko fa mi wo Iraq kuro no so na e bia wo ko bro keke ne e bo de se bro. Wan ndi. Me tam bia me kasa me hona mu eni ni ba bi efiri. Anka ma wu dada. Me yi me picture awrade.
Ese me mpese me buza o. Nti dey na wo ye video no a me post ye no. I was say apamu we say abonten. If you no net to say. Go do be me say o friend me say me delete video.
Because video no me na me nim say video no ko cover asa. Enti me wo hona office me frɛ me wo omo room say omo hu video bi na me ye na me say an na me frɛ me bla na me bona mane say me madam aye den papa mu me say abonte na me say me bla na ye den eye video no de twitwaje me kakra no nti edu ba bi omo say me gu omo adwuma no because video no ma e bi aga na for ma ya no mo do omo ba Iraq okra na omo nye den omo mba because of video ni nti make omo ye no ana omo sisi a me na makoto twi problem we yi da ye aba omo so mi so omo be hwe me ko ho
jano pe bia no omo bo ana
edwana pa no mo afra me akwase ho mo wodan kitua bi wo ho no mo akola kemi wo ho omo lo kemi wo ho a obeda ho saa anajo 3 no mo abebie o se kokodwale omo no abia na omo ma ubi e ma ubi ye da so ye wo ho kra first no kra na me ya ye video wo so la na pa indomie omo ti atre ba ko ai se jail for du ane ma indomie no mo ya abi ani yo atre ba ko na wadi atre ba ko na ye de ama ko sua ba ko sua no susu ko wudi cha wonya kidney problem because omo ko sua omo de machine bi na etwa enye ye ha ko sua ni bi sa nti etwa be 2 weeks no mo say video no say dey si to ene no ama omati say omachi crofo bi mu kura agum because of video ni na go yi sansem na ba nti efro no mo yi mi free dan mu ho me kai say me black frame me last time me black for office ho obo so obo ti say me black akoka say obo hwe no mo fo obo sa aye de aka bibie e free sa da na de me ni ahoto ya bu me ntumi nwura me ho say me nwura me ho a kire wa me ti we mi free me kon e ba me ha nyina wo me ho obesu
Abusiafo, one more so more peace here. They are spreading, they say that peace around the world. No? Ghana Niko Omukrumo, on one case testimony, live. Shabayu, where you come up, a stress, be or a very nice girl. Proud Africa. Sɛ Ghana yɛ kama pa wo. Proud wo ho, so wo ho. Wɔn de wɔn akɔyɛ no we ɛna koro ma fɔ so ne nada wɔn kan no de wɔn kɔ no so wɔkan no ebegu n'anim ase te wɔn kan. Saa bere wɔn ato no mu na nyina wɔn awurepuru nyina wɔn kan. Tie nie. Ɛno de nya de wɔbɛka. Hwɛ. Yɛ treating te sɛ a rat a yɛakyɛ na hyɛ bom. Ɛwɔ Arab ni kuro mo. Ohun bibini no a ohun sɛ wɔte sɛ monkey. Wɔte sɛ ade. Wɔse treatment yɛde na kɔ fam ɛwɔ Iraq. Wɔn ɛse wɔn de wɔn shipo peace ɛde akɔ wiase no tie ne ye. Na wo kana na Ghana ni no a wɔntumi nwene ne se o nkramo de no ma na atatie tie de yɛ ka no. Kramo asɛm a yɛ ka nya kramo na yɛto wɔn di ɛnyɛ wɔn asɛm ne yɛ ka. Saa kramo na yɛ ka wɔn asɛm no wɔn guro hon so pi ɛnyɛ wɔn ayɛ no wɔn te no a ne yɛ no wɔn te ɛnyɛ wɔn a wɔn change tie de yɛ ka no. As omo nyini no omo sesante yes ese sesam adwene nyini o to bibini akan ni nyini na mo adwene wo fom nyini na bi mo agimi dodo tisamo de tete ne ma no mo nsesa kramo na ne ye ne te no wono ene wo sesa esua arabi aturutura samane ne ye ka mo de tete ne ma na mo nsesa enkrofo ne gro wo mo nyini e wo ne ma bi mo enye wo nso nyini firi wona gya asa kramo na ne ye ne te na ne ye ne te atwam. It is out of contest. Saa kramo no ye ka no wasesa etu uso sesa na ehunu nipa na odi opese wo ye no ya nkrofo no bi hu o madwen wo ma sesa esua arabfo no aturuturasem arabfo no ya turuturafo by their nature eno mo dia bawura wo mo som no tie niye eti Ghana ni no wo saa som no mu a bibi o mbekere ne bia no wo sua kramo no ayeto wo de se okramo good Muslim no enya wo nie wo mo sesa eyede ntia nkyerɛkyerɛ na ye kyerɛ wo mo no ɛsɛ wo mo wo ye pani na kane na ni kramo bi te no wonya basa sesa wadwuro na sesa ade na sesa wo ma sesa wo mo nkyerɛkyerɛ no tie de ye ka no wo ma sesa sa kramo no na ye nim ayeto yeto ni so we de wo ye kramoni okramo good Muslim etwam de omo ye nsese omo dane radicals omo ye terrorism because arafo na adwene mu no sa na omo te na omo ye kire omo de ofra ne sharia law sa sharia law no eno na omo de say Islam so no na eno no ye omo culture eye wo mo asem a wode wo mo di bully ni patiatia wo mo ankasa nkrofo kwa mo kon enti kramo papa no kra beka kire wo se Mohammed no kra no wo free Saudi Arabia no wo mo de Saudi ne biya ne ma ne dwane kɔhye ebutan mu sua nyansa wo nkrofo we hu eno no mo de abɛhye Islam no wo mo ya tutrofo dadada ye wo mo culture eno mo de abɛwura Islam no mo ahyepo de akoma wo mo entimi nwene na yemisa se enkrofo no so mo asomdwe ade na hoho ba mo kuro mu ahwe treatment omode fa omode aye hoho sa nkrofo enso efiri wo mo kuro no ba America yenye omo saa wo mo ko UK yenye omo saa de ne ka kire wo nkrofo no etirimu osum wo mo tirimu odene na wo ye bibini kura de a wo ya boa bi ma wo mo Arab ni hu bibini a wo ya boa bi kura wo ye ton no wo ya ka ti ama no. Now, abaye waso wako face ni pa. Wako ma kire ni nyansa. Wo de o ka asem bi wa tie haso so.
The women every day, ya de yidi police for you sui. Ya de see me shocker. Shocker no. Ye shock me say ya. Me fan say na Sunday ye week no mo de me call immigration. Ya be call me nyale, me nya hwe me ompane no me dika ba o mama na say me yale no mbe wo me ba ko du o ma ba ti. Second wife, and nobody I draw money by me, who you know my woman, Madame Shaken, Butu or Sam Tonko, who you know my woman. Somebody see me call on Sapania to the doctor for this who are now I want, sir. No more the woman, but who panic or what I'm a consent. Nonsense, but she can't say me to me come and move from easy. And I'm say video now, I'm praying.
Say, they are quite about Ghana. They didn't come over here, right?
The way ye Ghana need testimony. the torture no ewo Arab world just say treatment how bad treatment omo de na kom Arab man na sankrofo ne say omo hyepo esom de abrew omo so omo hyepo peace de abrew no omo peace de now for me be some question adana babia sa Arab Muslims be ko babia no na asomdwe ayo asai omo so omo peace e be kwa abonten but omo babia Arab ni Arab tia asomdwe ni ho Arab ni Kristo ni betena asomdwe ni ho Arab ni shoot for kwotena asomdwe ni ho Arab ni Chinese ni kwotena asomdwe ni ho it is a one you sue harsh punishment a omo ntiase omo ntimi no ntena et said the China ye no on say China for no musu banti China for you sue harsh punishment up edma omo tienie engrofo no so omo di peace nam enam wiase no ba bi omo beko bia no asemasi e de na ka kire o
Muslims living with Sikhs, problem. Muslims living with Hindus, problem. Muslims living with Baha'is, problem. Muslims living with Shintos, problem. Muslims living with Buddhists, problem. Muslims living with Christians, problem. Muslims living with Muslims, very big problem. So this led to, they're not happy in Gaza, they're not happy in Egypt, they're not happy in Libya, they're not happy in Iran, they're not happy in Iraq. They're not happy in Yemen. They're not happy in Pakistan. They're not happy in Syria. They're not happy in Lebanon. They're not happy in Nigeria. They're not happy in Kenya. They're not happy in Sudan. They're not happy in Morocco. And they're not happy in Afghanistan. So, where are they happy? They're happy in Australia. They're happy in Belgium. They're happy in France. They're happy in Holland. They're happy in Italy. They're happy in Germany. They're happy in Spain. They're happy in Sweden. They're happy in Denmark. They're happy in the USA and Canada. They're happy in Norway and India. They're very happy in England. Loads of welfare benefits. They're happy in almost every country that is not Islamic. And who do they blame? Not Islam. Not their leadership. Not themselves. They blame the countries they are happy in. And they want to change the countries they're happy in to be like the countries they came from where they were not happy.
Enti Ghana ni no mpesa wodwene niema ho kramo ne yenim ne tetetene enye no asem na ye kan ye ka kramo bia ye frɛ no oye Arabic radical Islam and ho asem ne ye kan around the world they want to push a certain narrative and change of culture eti da bia no create chaos or create trouble or in the name say I want to spread my message obwa they are lying to the world. They are lying. They are pushing hatred, confusion, war, and invasion, and everywhere they go. In pretending, say, we want to send Islam message across. It's not true. It is not true. Say, who your peace here? And then, omon free Palestinian phone call Egypt. Egypt are blocking omon. I don't know omon Turkey. I don't know if Iran or nearby safe Arab countries. No. But rather no, they go far away as Europe, as America and Canada. They are catch it. Wamu kroma wamu so many peace. But waba kroma benya peace so was I say still now the awo ya mempe eti me be say no. Why does it make sense? Me busa questions. What any planetary Arab men no. Was he when peace into a secure refuge? America for akomapa the good-hearted Europeans and Americans and the Canadians and was okay. Let us give him one face. Refugees. No amount quite over 10 to 20 years. No one sorry say. I mean, baby, I me banam wa mwasu njomba wo jemi ha. Mami nya de me ye wa hasenya sa o mami o pemasem. Does it make sense? Now yanko America. Odu wani che Michigan. Dia na ekoso sesi ai womo no so mbesesa America for destiny eti hwade ekoso America for no sesa yate hwade
brings you out here today. We want to make sure our children can grow up in the same America that I grew up in. White Christian country. Our founding fathers' blood soaks this land. not for Muslims and Islamic jihadists to play their prayer calls where our children walk to preschool. It's disgusting what they've done to Dearborn, Michigan. They have turned this into Rome. They've turned it into London. It looks like another country here. Every single sign on every single street is in Arabic. How can you consider yourselves as assimilating Americans when you don't eat the same food we eat? You don't speak the same language we speak. You don't do anything that Americans do. This is our country, and we will not stand for Islamic invasion.
Are you worried about the Islamification of the United States?
Yes, it is one of the most paramount issues we can face.
Especially here in Dearborn, Michigan.
It is in Minneapolis in 1970, was a 95% white city and white state, Minnesota. If you ask Grok, the next 1,000 children born, only 42% will be white. We are seeing rapid demographic shift and ideologies that are clashing. Here in Dearborn, these people want to see white Christian men eradicated. They want to see our forefathers' land be destroyed. They do not have any love in their hearts. They are here to dominate us, Nick.
Would you say you're a white supremacist?
No, sir. I am an American supremacist. I love my country, and I know that we only have a few homelands left here. America was founded by white Christian men, and it should remain a white Christian country majority. We should not be replaced. We have nowhere left to go. Our country's falling.
And in America, this is what is going on. Say, Omar said they are changing the American ideology. They want to change American system rather to fit in what? Arabic Islamic law. Their Sharia law. What do you mean? Say, in this context, in this world, who are you? What the F are you? Now, Beka say, Obabi and Bema Biakodenti Yensina Bunkuno. Now, Obemano Yakun. Now, what you so? All in the name say, a Islamic law. And yet, Namunkum who are Mukromo. So, this are questions near Bissau. And nkakra na omo penetrate in Ghana. And you know, omako she Haruna Druso echi say, omo fa Arabic language emra na no ye first step. Etiaba kakra no omo say school we me Arabic school. Yenye say waha. Yeah, this is what is going on. And yes, what can anoka ke wo wi a wo punishment. And beba. What is serious punishment na beba. And untina Mnante get the audacity. So I'm threatening Ghana and he say, Ombe channel. Ombe kusofo no. Because we preach it ya woman. But we don't preach it ya Jesus dia da bia na nya hwe. Na sa asem ho na be solve. It's only the police and the mount a warning to the citizens say, Obi bia wonim na obefa mrasha wonsam ye be che wo mo akogeu. But police no aye Adam and they don't care. And they're very dangerous for us. We must speak against it. Police forum are so quiet. Emma radicalism grow through this Islam religion. But we are not going to keep quiet. We need to speak against the police for them to take action. Because the current interior minister Muntakaye Kremoniso or endorse the radicalism of the South religion to conquer Ghanaians. But they will lie to the fools in the country. And Jimmy Fondi so they say, and yet we want peace. Hey, without laws and order, there's nothing called peace. Without justice, there's nothing called peace. Don't allow them to fool you. Don't allow them to fool you. Or might be there's no law and order, no, there's nothing called peace. So we need to charge those in charge to make sure that there's laws and order in the country. Now, if you said there's law and order, how come say these guys can threaten a pastor? Say,
come on, by call me back. Answer John Nebiton ba. Wallahi, Samarina, Juanusua eke besiraba. Besiraba ya besira go be baga kanshina. The pastor head now. Pastor now. Italian pastor yanda that's Saout Mispelia. Yenchro. Saout Mispelia. Pastor head akada ida kansa. Allah sofu. Sene be chichao. Sene be chichao. Sene be chichao. Sene be chichao. Now what are you no sofu? Sene be yo. Le jeu mu aunjani. Johnny. My mouth has gonna go through.
So the point is say, the moment you start discussing this, and now some of these Muslim will come and trick you, say, oh, obi bi obekas woko kun obi or Islam wonye kremoni papa. Busa say, when was the last time these people preached to condemn their own people? Say, any radical Islam is not welcome to our mosques. When was the last time? Question is, obuso man no. Me busa say, the any time any citizen, but say we are exposing the radicalism of some Muslims, no. Now, omu krofoni bi ababonten say, oh, obi obesa bia no onye Islam papa. Now, busan say, when was the last time we preach it here mo say, ya Islam mo ya radical, no mo kan ho dabe no mo yesa. Now the shocking part is say, the entire me so mo pretending say, chief imam eba esman kasa mo fo be ka kire say, malam no church ni koram to mo nya malam papa wonim no. And the next day na chief imam or pacho. Chief imam and through the PRO pacho say or pomo cho so can say sa malam no si enkoku nipa no onim no. Malam ne ba mo tipacho dia se no be kan. O say eye Islam nkyere kyere. Udeti. O say eye Islam nkyere kyere. Na hanu Ghana no Ghana ye omrantia. O say eye Islam nkyere kyere. It is any Quran mu a adere nipa we monka say be ma ye yiwati wonka kramo no ho. Now because so a Christopher bi so o ma taba na o ma ji wo ma di. Wo de yenti wo say Islam nkyere kyere nti no ka say yenkuku nipa no.
Allahu alayhi wa sallam. Ne chi mi anu na ekoso. Amanfo ekeka ana mpanyifo efrefre me. Efa sa asam no ho. Eno no de say last 2 weeks me hotoba. Lecture konsheni Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam bere any Islam mara lecture se obi a woye ni se mara Islam mara lecture se yen ni se
me ba cho tie ni ye o se eye Islam mara emra be ya eye arofo na akire no eti wo ye kramoni no obegina say o wonye kramoni papa adana nipa wo cause violent muntimi reprimand no anasa mu suspend no but me no ka say wo mo de na ko gina ho national mosque say waya de eti yamano be preach. The same person. Etina me say they pretend. And in fact, Arafo na dwene mu say, udru ba bi na mo no so a, twatrofa defend Islam. Na uko wani mu amodoso de a must stand bi a fight for jihad. Tienie, omomra. O say Islam omra. Eti nkramofo papa na mu claim say mu yankramofo papa no. Aye kan mo say oh wo nya kramoni papa. When was the last time mu preach it asanka enchechire we? Until sa asem bia ba wonte asana ma ba pretend.
Lecture se obi a woye ni se mara Islam mara lecture se yen ni se to me kan sa no yam se mempanyifo efreme e ka se sa asam no entwe yi nti me ntwen san ya no kura de ntama ba gina ha no a me di a chaupa
nti wose de ntama na ba gina ho no eye ne mpanimfo na afres on twen san. If you say Ghana nye Islam country, and woman numbers, a common numbers, dia Islam, I saw the Agmati said, ne, Kosu America. Say, Omado soon American to almost pay Islam omra, Sharia law. Omado sunti. It is woman no so dia, they will lie to you. But Omado so dia, they will fight you on the name of jihad. Because in the form of jihad, you know. Sawodada obi twato ni nyina jihad sawodada obi akọ ni nyina jihad na o eduru ba bi so odin tokwa ni ye den ekọ ni nyina jihad tinie enkrofo no kuta strategy tinie o nkramoni papa na ye ni wotena Ghana ne de o beka se o enya sa na ate enya wasam ne ye ka Arabic Islamic radicals a o maba Africa o maba Ghana eno ho asam ne ye kan because baby o makobia o mu create trouble. Baby abeko bia no wo kwatweseka ekoku obi o se Allahu akbar no Allahu akbar so chese nyankopon ne tumi so ori enka ne sa Allah tumi so na wo mu udi nkwase asa wo se Allahu akbar busa ho sa udi nkwase asem wo se Allahu akbar busa ho sa papa now akwakoduru America Senate tie Senate wo ensamo mo de abetu dwa wo de tie kakra.
Well, thank you, Keith, and thank you, Senator. Thanks for joining us here in the lower house. Look, I'm not going to take a whole lot of time. I want to be very clear. I am proud to be with this group of Americans, of colleagues, many of whom wore the uniform in defense of our nation and in defense of our nation against radical Islamic terrorists who wanted to destroy our country and destroy what we know about Western civilization. And now that same war is being conducted against us, but from within. And anybody who's actually paying attention to this and understands the intentions of the Muslim Brotherhood and follows and looks at the writings and what these folks are talking about, Dallas, Houston, Texas is ground zero. That's why Keith Self and I joined together to create this Sharia-Free Caucus, Sharia-Free America Caucus, because we understand that the root strength of this country is our Judeo-Christian principles and the values of Western civilization that have advanced the cause of liberty, freedom, and prosperity for people around the world. And our ancestors bled and died so that we could live in a country like this. And you can believe whatever you want, but you cannot engage in what is a political effort to Islamify the United States of America and not expect us to fight back and say no. Sharia is inconsistent with Western civilization. Sharia is inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States, the Declaration, and the rule of law in our country. That is why we've been putting forward legislation. My friend Randy Fine from Florida put forward legislation to ban Sharia in our courts. We put legislation to say that we shouldn't have tax advantage status for CARE, who has direct ties to terrorist activities around the world. We put forward legislation to pause immigration until we've have an immigration system that vets people for adherence to Sharia law. These are the kinds of things that the American people expect us to do to defend this country. They're the kinds of things that we will do in the Sharia-Free America Caucus. And to stand up and let the voices of the American people be heard, that we're not going to be cowed by groups coming in and trying to make places where there are no-go zones for our women in the state of Texas. Those are occurring right now. In Arlington, in Plano, in places that are strongholds and bastions of our values as Texans and as Americans. We have women, Texans, who are afraid to go to certain areas. That's not going to happen. We're not going to let Dallas or Houston or any other city in this great country become what has happened to London and to Paris. We are going to fight for this country. And that's what I'm proud to stand shoulder to shoulder with these great men and women to say that we're going to do.
Okay, so in America, the lawmakers, no. Now, nanu akwa papa we kasa no so tiri oka wo say wo ye jawo ma ye territory a anka ba hu nti in everywhere a benya territory no de no mo ye nanu wo ka che wo se senka eye wo mu territory a eye wo mu territory nanka akwa we etina wa de na beton ko mbeku no oka sa asem wi de ekoso Houston, Texas, Chicago, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Now, TNE. Papa we work the same thing. Dear Nekachro. One is our America, and one is our Ghana. These are the people we are radicals. Islam Ghanaian.
We are peacemakers. The Malam who said they should kill. You see, the office of Chief Imam has called for his arrest. It doesn't mean that he's not a Muslim or he's not a good Muslim. And if he has even apologized, and you are in the hands of police, but still you want to explain yourself. If not only we are at the police headquarters, if it's outside, within the Muslim jurisdiction, will you even open your mouth?
But or see what to say, okuta the audacity, the timidity. That you see the infantry to say Sankagana Nino a Muslim jurisdiction. But what is your Muslim jurisdiction? Anywhere you give it to them, no, almost stop PPB and of course Houston, Texas, America. Almost also promise a high idea. Yamama Tom Preco ha, who may say waha, or Bahukan won't kata won't mean a course of America. Almost take over to what Yasmo Catcher and to say, come more numbers no, and a soft way. Buy where you are, Kadumbe, Ombekuno. What can we actually you? What to what Jesus say? Yanin Kremo for Nati because of Baumianti, because of Baumia want to control the party. Baumia will you weaken tea. And Yanatana Sao, would you Miss Oya Kenya de Cosuna Jimmy? Would you Jimmy Sa, Jimmy politics, Munti, Cosu Jimmy? Koso Jimmy na sa baumia betimi asevu a. Koso Jimmy. Sa baumia oye a leader oye strong leader otimi asevu a. Koso Jimmy na wo mu nyimi sa why? Koto obama kramoni. Kokoto obama kramoni na abeto Jimmy. Baumia nti MPP ni aye tava ye di asem na ye be discuss ase ya asem wo ye beyond Dr. Baumia. Wo Baumia de so ono kwa wonsum. Ono kwa mu nya no wa mu fa nche no. What has more catch the Ghanaian? A Ghanaian threatened Ghanaian. Senka, Ubaba to a Muslim area. And only a catch says, Minnesota, America, your West. Ama, says Ombe Shamra say, Ombe Shasia deporting Tomophobia. Ombe deporting woman. A day dominate power. A day to take over. It is they are working hand to hand. Kofo wemuna arafuna training woman. Womo shishan yaman kakran no woman say, I can't phone the brain to me. Omagine wo form omuyire fi omunti tamo wani betie no na wusun na ye boma ye bomu asori dem na ye twitwa mo sekan sa bra wo fra Jesus wo ma tie ye ka kire no enne omuku omu wo Nigeria Jesus enye wo mo they cry to the government aban ntimi nko Jesus ne God ntimi save ntu de Jimmy ye kan na kanfo no bi Jimmy sa wo de Jimmy ne phone sa ne me mankramofo no fa me ma wo mo sa house of phone sa se me ma wo na beti tie ne ye o kan na wo nkofo ni bisu Jimmy unhu de ha o Jimmy nti o ntimi nwene obi ja de a o future no ye ka kire so bi wo se typical Ghana was say oh da bi so ye de ye no wo ne ho anete na no oni akofa jata aba wo de ne ba no oni sen jata na nyini no wo beche wawe so aso ye nya wo no wonche wonwe se de nipa ni bi asia Jimmy no wo dwene ho awonte ase pese wan ka se me be ye o mo ya o ma dwene nyane o se Ghana ni wan ka se me be ne ya na dwene nyane just o cast me be shina na dwene nyane wo Ghana ni wo Hausa ni o ofri Nigeria abetena ne nanoma betena Ghana o wone wo se wo mo do so na komo area komo bekun o to ojeje so se we ye kramoni na wo ne ne tie no wonim no we o ye enemy to the state o ye enemy to the state o ye enemy to threaten Ghanaian no when you find so many Ghana for or threaten no so wonu nya number say yo mu area obekuno obami ye kuno ana wo sori na me di video be kire na we mu ka kire say ye kwa kwotwetwe obi akuna eye onwanwa we mu boys ne we fa omuni wo mu tro ka kire say ye chisofu ne ye betwetwa na we eye onwanwa
kama bai komi ba anza janna bi to ba sira ba ga kanshina pastor bayanda da ka mispelia yan chiro Saúde mispelia pastor akada kanka Allah sofu sai be chichao sai be chichao wa wata no sofu sai be yo le jewu mu awunjani twani
we mun omu enemy to the state because untimi mfa religion kwatwe sika se okotwetwa nipa which the moment obey san enye nyame bia o we have nothing to do to Allah or God or whatever we are pure radicalism we omu threat to the Omani country no with this the people that we need to tell our people say as a sacrifice in your distance woman ye you free country nim and ye kan ho asem enye obi a so no wo so man Allah wo to 5 times wo hye ne ba bi aye na sorry wo no de wo ne wasem be but the point is say the Arabian intent the Arabian dominance through Islam and who asem na yeka tieniye ntu do wasase a hu awzani afa wasase man why hu awzani ofri Nigeria aba beni aba fo wasase man no fama no ntena ho da ko obekun agi asase na firi nsa afiri wonsam obekun tieniye ka kire no obekun agi wasase na firi wonsam na obesu nyansa ena esi wo UK no omu woni pasika kuna biakete because one eterom arafo no eyom culture etikramoni papa no krabe ka kire wo say Prophet Muhammad Quran omu de bi ye no ma ne dwane kotena abotan mu tie ne ogudwane kotena abotan mu enu ntina ahomadiafo no te wo ho wo tata wo because ahomadiafo no ka say eturutra 7 doson nti munyai eyom culture sa no mu ye omote eti ba bi omako bia no omu kwa bi omako bia mo se yentimi ni Christopher ntena yentimi ni Hindu fo ntena yentimi ni Shitus fo ntena omu de ba bi omu to no bi ntena just a wo bedi wo machi nti yatie some stupid statement bi omu make Islam is growing the next coming years every house will have a Muslim in the house Udetia such stupid statement bia no make no. So what bia. Bia no ye be man kremonia ba obi afie. Ye grow because the ento omudi grow, they grow through radicalism. To omu hunu na wano waye din. Omu pushi ana waye din. Na wusro. To bo se waje amene. Na oma di wo ti on say na no Arab ni say omu ba be church omu kan wanti a now they will fight you. Eno friend jihad no. Akwa we. Some kai no. Odi ti kakibia no obi wa na first time wuti ti ekwan fa so mbagi mon sase no. We mu na kire Ghana for ni Africa for na de.
Muslims go and conquer the adjacent country. What do? We kill them all? No. The Prophet says, the first thing you do is call them to Islam. If they accept it, leave them. Khalas, they're Muslims. We go. If they refuse, then tell them to pay taxation, jizya. If they refuse, then we have to fight. And if we fight you, then we capture you, you become our slaves, and we take your land, and you take where...
What if today is your first time watching me, contest me person what say I don't hate any Muslim or any religious folks, but their actions and their doings and their thought and their mission, and I mean what problem? The mission of these Arabians, everywhere in the world, especially even the so-called Western countries, Mukuta security, they are suffering from the hands of this radical Islam. Now, Udieti, radical Islam, Udieti no. Na we kremoni ba so te Ghana no tie we ya we be ko eni koramo eye ne culture enso de abehye Islam no de tie wo se kremoni ba wudi perfume begu ho no ala etie ala ye wiase ni wo se perfume kakakura tie ala tie okura ne beku.
Our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, any woman who comes out of her house applying perfume, and any man who's not her husband or her father smells that, fahiya zaniya, she's considered an adulteress, as if she's committing zina. It is haram for a Muslim woman to go out perfumed and other men can smell her. To salah or to school or to the market, to the mall, anywhere.
Udetio, we what yabe omo de abe Islam no mo, eno mo pushi di man fonti. To bo hu kremoni no, oba kama na ne ho sent. Tieni yo, oba kama na ne ho sent. Uboko no wakotie sa nchekire we. Enso so unim say obo nti ayi omo culture to 70 no. Okota de o perfume papa e wa Arab. But such scholars we mu na etre ni yenkrofo no. Tieni ye pa. O perfume ko Dubai. Ko Saudi Arabia. Sa o perfume papa e ho na wo. But ojina bonti preachi. Such stupid preaching way, not typical African one or ye damp on no wasua. Say obab di perfume gunu ho a e haram. E haram, e adultery a yekun. Tieni yo. So obab di perfume kremoni ba we shampoo okra de me pena na mabisa no. Say perfume so aba be haram amala. Enti se kremoni ba di perfume gunu ho a wa ma ba ma bia smell no enti yetimi kuno. We eyom culture wo. Eya Arabian culture eno mdia bewura Islam no eno ma pushing across. Etinia ma bebre no mo ka no. Eye wo mdia abeka eye wo culture eno mdia wura religion nim. Eye practice no mdia amanfo. Ena amanfo no dia dey. E dia ba bonten. Nti wo hu Africa ni no na waye twan se chewingam. Tienie. Eti oba kama wo. So obe perfume no na ne ho aye hwam no. Our Prophet
sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, any woman who comes out of her house applying perfume, and any man who's not her husband or her father smells that, fahiya zaniya, she's considered an adulteress, as if she's committing zina. It is haram for a Muslim woman to go out perfumed and other men can smell her. To salah or to school or to the market, to the mall, anywhere. Our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, any woman who comes out of her house applying perfume, and any man who's not her husband or her father smells that, fahiya zaniya, she's considered an adulteress, as if she's committing zina. It is haram for a Muslim woman to go out perfumed and other men can smell her. To salah or to school or to the market, to the mall, anywhere.
What message now when yaje? And yet young crofoni be a day, 80 or more brainwash Africans no. this message, this radical message we know. And na African imams no kosua. And omo de aba. Enu nti na Ibrahim Traore say, "Mo amfa mu Jimmy ankwa, mekire mu nyansa." Because we any way near the lunch, where your culture, where your a belief system, I destroy nipa. And you tell baby and crofon beko be anom so muni asumdwe. They want to fight you. Or in the name of their Allah. Baby on beko be anom. They want to fight because baby almost so muni asumdwe. O de hwe, omo de we chechechechire omo ho a. O de hwe omo culture enso kremoni no de abra. We unim say we no kremoni for say ni Koran mo. But omo de abra na wo hwe ni ma ge di ai.
তার মাঝে আবার একজন অন্তঃসত্ত্বা কথাবার্তার এক পর্যায়ে সন্দেহ হলে গাড়ি থেকে নামিয়ে চেক করা হয়। দেখা যায় অন্তঃসত্ত্বা কোন মেয়ে না, ছেলে হয়ে মেয়ে সেজে মাদক পাচার করছে।
সবাই দেখেন
মামুন নিচে
পুলিশের ছদ্মবেশ ধরে অভিনব কায়দায় মাদক পাচার করে। আমরা অনেকবার ট্রাই করছি, আজকে ওদেরকে তথ্য দেখানোর দরকার নাই। আপনার কাছে কি কথা বলেন আছে? আপনার কি কোনো ইয়ে চ্যালেঞ্জের বিষয়ে আপনাকে তোমরা সবাই আপনি জাস্ট আমাদেরকে বলতে মাল থাকলে আমরা এখানে আর ইয়ে করবো না, ঠিক আছে? আপনার কাছে কিছু আছে? কিছু আছে? আছে মদ আছে পুরো বডিতে।
Enti enkata ho we achichiri na kumfu no on de modie. Nti imagine say so we security post na unya strategy a uni strategy a uni mnyoma mutimi twa ma ewura o ma bia mu. And it's about time a security personnel no obi chichichiri na nim say the culture still do esa mo search no esa mo just stop searching because nowadays no omo aye hu o on say so achichiri na him on say police for no search nanka ne yonko kramoni obesevu no obeka cha say dabi adana wo search no so hu
তার মাঝে আবার একজন অন্তঃসত্ত্বা কথাবার্তার এক পর্যায়ে সন্দেহ হলে গাড়ি থেকে নামিয়ে চেক করা হয়। দেখা যায় অন্তঃসত্ত্বা
so wan abasa bone na meka senkrofo no mo ye wan akokora no o ko defend it so they always condone bone anu tina ko zongo community wa empanifo na wono none of them eno bone ko so won be kada omo nka anu tina enkofo we ni omo ye nyina no wo mo se o ma ya de na no mo do mako gina mox e ball ma ba so se we ni ko boy Kristo ni guy na som ba ko no so ka se yenko twatire wo mo se o ma ya de. In fact chief imam kro ma force na ma na be pa chewo o ma force chief imam amana be pa chewo na o de to aye kan bibia wontie on krofo na ni abre enu asa we kasa akwa we ke ne be kasa o 24/7 go to the Facebook page na ko hwe nsem o twere ho. This guy claiming to be security analyst o claim so a security analyst na minyano a menen de be face o highway ni so en kremo na yedi mom kremo no asesa kremo an yedi mom no asesa se kremo na ye hu mom no wo mo adwene se eye politics eye political ideology enya lanche bia no mpeso moko eye political ideology baby omko bia omso omni asomdwe babia enso wantimi antena ne krom War peace no. Want me for peace in Arab world. What do peace in Africa? Europe and America.
Muslims living with Sikhs. Problem. Muslims living with Hindus. Problem. Muslims living with Baha'is. Problem. Muslims living with Shintos. Problem. Muslims living with Buddhists. Problem. Muslims living with Christians. Problem. Muslims living with Muslims. Very big problem. So this led to, they're not happy in Gaza. They're not happy in Egypt. They're not happy in Libya. They're not happy in Iran. They're not happy in Iraq. They're not happy in Yemen. They're not happy in Pakistan. They're not happy in Syria. They're not happy in Lebanon. They're not happy in Nigeria. They're not happy in Kenya. They're not happy in Sudan. They're not happy in Morocco. And they're not happy in Afghanistan. So, where are they happy? They're happy in Australia. They're happy in Belgium. They're happy in France. They're happy in Holland. They're happy in Italy. They're happy in Germany. They're happy in Spain. They're happy in Sweden. They're happy in Denmark. They're happy in the USA and Canada. They're happy in Norway and India. They're very happy in England. Loads of welfare benefits. They're happy in almost every country that is not Islamic. And who do they blame? Not Islam. Not their leadership. Not themselves. They blame the countries they are happy in. And they want to change the countries they're happy in to be like the countries they came from where they were not happy.
Enti, saubani ya discuss sansem we are. Not because we hate any Muslim. No. The intent, how I want to say, on destroy a system, or in the name of Islamic law, no, and then your friend Sharia law. I say, you know, your cassetia. Sadia we, I see a cassetia. Nanu Iran abaye. Almost one cover young, or a young uncle or the old man was 1 year. Almost execute abaye. Away Iran because of their Sharia law. What do you have Facebook on your time? How you marry young girls by force? So not because obita will be you, Debbie, obianta will be but ye African on yentimin transe, Emma Arabian, Emma may sue Hausa for and from a castle system. But today they don't have the numbers, so they will pretend to you say, oh, we are one people, we want peace, because for them, no, peace is a submission. Pajotienie, so we will be now into peace, yes, yeah. Okona kremoni catch us up peace, ya waboa, a submission to what Allah, to Islam law. Eti kremoni di obetimi aka bibia to ba wo de men can be all in the name of their peace. It's not foolishness. Me say ukona Arabic radical Muslim catch us say, oh, we want peace, awoboa. But say, what type of peace are you talking about? The ayatollah say everyone should submit to Islam Allah law. And then you peace no. And your peace say justice or equal justice no. Ono kremoni betimi aka say Jesus onye no ontimi nya nyankopon ba. Ontiase Jesus no. Nemum dia. Ono de oka say Muhammad ye fake pe da bi ade na oka say Muhammad ye fake. You see the foolishness? So, anti ukona kremoni catch us a peace here. Don't listen. If you thought about coming page and say, stop, we want peace. Allah is peace. Islam is peace religion. We want peace. No, my grandma say, we are damn stupid. We are damn fool. Straight I mean home. Because only one argument Islam for argument. One do met me a cabia, but oh dear, many binti awom. Many bitter because my dream on your catch on say, no prophet Muhammad and your last prophet. It will be on over Kabiani a final. Tieni pa. Now, and now some catch them say, one casamalam for no. They are starting to say, Umbacano crano cry, can a pepe, yenti, woody yenti, malamisano, woody muntino, aye, tino.
Nay, didn't in our sono.
Okay.
And they say, I was here, maybe, may have the to a binafi.
Jesus what that? I don't know. Why do you say this? Anna police.
Wait, Casa.
Mekasa, there's a uti 1 hour program. I don't know how young one uti.
Message. Jesus what done announce you.
Obusame, Mekasana
me bow.
Jesus what that? I don't know.
I didn't say we pay. Tell them person Mekasano.
Okay.
You fit here now, what that and so no. Now, me, say, Jesus said, me nyankopon no no nti obondi ahweyem se no onye nyankopon wo ye nyame komhyeni kese a ye gine tum be ma mfa no ho anka na maame ene ye wo no Jesus e fe no mase wo de nsa kan wa yade e ha obi se kɔ Quran said yesi boy Yesu nsamrane no senka mo obi wo Bible nim Quran ka hwa nko maka se dabi obi ka so onye nyame kan ka mo nyintum nyame se nka na kore oban kwa na wo no be ma nka ho enti pap maame na se ni nyankopon no so onye nyame and as mama of human qualities and compare nyame and also why and I quote two verses man on Mark 4:37 say Jesus nyame hye na so mi nka no emra wo ne asuafo no yitu kwan no what butum na esenke disciple ba ko ba ne nchen obi nyane ne say sore na bo mpa na wo nyame ti mpa bo ye nhunu and sore na bo mpa na nyame ma accident ni twae and am busa ma me say se nipa da de ne to no so nyame na eda na de ne to no wo so nka na mka se nipa da na no so nsuo
But what can Jesus?
Yeah, se nipa da na no so nsuo nti mo so ye nyame de na no so nsuo we nya tem didie
Na Yesu hu se wa dam na no so nsuo.
Never. Ba me ba cho na me kire say some so ye nyankopon nyame na Psalm 121 verse 4 nyame obo so na sa wontonko wonna ti nyame na mo nyame adade a why
This is will be can say answer or commissioni also or commissioni Muhammad or dam na no so nsuo a mo fa na say
da bi sa kasa de se me ne Yunus akasa ya pa cho da twam Yunus unipa no yes and I repeat here masa ka bion se de kasa na be de ankoye what you say na me mo hunu say quality say wo nyankopon ho ne Jesus ho nti
wabo me se wabo a wo chena tie sa Arabic nkramofo no Arabic nkramofo no mo Africa no ono de na dwen se obetima ye bibia bi sa wo cheno a no wa smart say de na trigger sa asem no but wo de wo ka bi chen de wo musa say de na trigger yo dabi na sa oya de so na cheno so enye wedi wonye kramo papa oh that be good Muslim be enu a okokko kasa okokun ama okokun ntokwa ama la oboa na gade ntina ama chief imam be pa achewo omoboa sa wo che ne dia no wa kasa oh that be nya sa na me pa akere sa wo che no a wo se that be nya sa na me pa akere o de say yen santi ha so yenti ha
ni Muhammad e broso a
abroso
obe ye bon
eno no
ene bro abroso no
ana akobọ no abranti ye de na ba mpanimfo no ho fanse ku ochi na kasa kire no but ono no say aye say na ogina gina obo so why what is this we yes ana ye e de so do komisheni Muhammadu nti abroso e bone sa sem na happy wa Arab Gulf e ho ne betuma ye adwuma obi didi komisheni Muhammadu wata yesi nkunu no sa sa na comment so malam bia de kanyam sam da
e wo kuro yi mu e
ya sam
kramuni na wo do komisheni Muhammad e broso a
abroso
obe ye bon
bone eno no
ene bro abroso no
ana akobọ no abranti ye de na ba mpanimfo no ho fanse ku ochi na kasa kire no but ono no say aye say na ogina gina obo so why what is this we yes ana ye e de so do komisheni Muhammadu nti abroso e bone sa sem na happy wa Arab Gulf e ho ne betuma ye adwuma obi didi komisheni Muhammadu wata yesi nkunu no sa sa na comment so malam bia de kanyam sam da
e wo kuro yi mu
ya samfo ye de ense sa wo ka
asem wo Quran mu na say asemfo
eni Quran mu komisheni kasa no omo na se komisheni Muhammadu udidi na tema esi ekun asem we wo ka kire obi a eniema ehia ye masalachi asisi ni bebre wo your communities na se masalachi ni a efie makoma 40 intervals ansa na wasibi but ebi wa ha because any agenda vision bi ene ho chiri wiemu a anajo 12 o'clock ni speaker no ye dede no ehia fa speaker no to ho kasa kire mo mate ha no betie
aso wo mu preach amado do na
dabi ahomache ni obi ada enye dede me hanya dwene Islam be na light ni ho adana yi obi ada anajo 12 o'clock na wo ye dede ye ni ya be gina masalachi anajo 12 to 3 no ye nyina ye wa ha speaker na wo de ye de me bo fi na mu didi a aleze enam na wo we no kramoni ne ku na nsese mbusa semfun we da di the book we church Islam and sex konshire ma wa church ni nyina wo ye be ma kora na be ma obema enye adwuma komisheni se ye ma wanya na fa ye men
now on say ono a kire mu say sankramofo ye mpepra ko nyina na ye trick enam bia ankramofo betimi awe preko nyina wo mo wenti me China say many Muslim guys aye no mo nyina ko ran so mo we preko nam nyina wo na on say omo ye too inducted to the Arab world Arabica and omo ye say ye chiri preko omo boa me see their line preko no bebrewe omo we wote say wo say eni wo mo ayi okura wokono bia no na aduane a enyo na akobisa say number no de ye but say nipa ne ka kire wo de a ene ne menwe okasa bia o we de bia me preko de a ne menwe tienie ɔse prɛko nam wɔ ɛnam bi a wokɔ no bia no aduane a wɔde mo ɔsɛvo ɛsɛ wodi eti sɛ prɛko no baabi ti mimi nim kramofo ɔmo prɛko question ne sɛ first no ɔmo a yɛ two extremists no ɛnam no ɛnyɛ Arab ni nyɛ kramoni ne ku na menwe busa ɔmo sɛ KFC McDonald's ɛno na kramofo ni di no ɔmo nim po ku akokɔ no. So the whole of a lot of you see dummy double standard thinking ene kura wo mu mi busa kramofo no package foods na eya na mototo di no eye kramoni na yes aduane no mi busa mo enti tete nkyerɛkyerɛ na arɔfo na kyerɛkyerɛ mo no enya adwuma amadwene no asɛ na mo eye friend double standard. Yes, and Queen Stakura can also yes. I know that some people they eat pork. Me say China. Me wo boys omo ye kremofo. And so omo ko shop na restaurant na me no omo kwa omo didi. Me kra me vegetarian me ni ba omo to China no preko ya dia aduane bia wo di bia hwe bia wo. Restaurant bia be ko bia wo be ko no ebi wo. Omo ti anwa kra wo China be preko anwa e no omo de no a e wo China. Etu omo pretend said when they want to deceive you, no more say yechiri preko, yechiri we omuboa. Also draw na malam odro na confirm say, okono bia no na aduane nya ho na akobisa say, e de na e number na de, once no confirm me. O confirm me. But these Arabs no, ye niam chenchen. Omo ye ne chenchen say be ya nkofo no mo kire wo no, wo mo ntimi nte wo mo. Once wo mo ka say, ono e confirm say niam e wo Islam bebre ni nya papa. Niam ni bebre no enye. Udeti kakra ti
ni Muhammad de broso abroso obeye bon eno no ene bro abroso no
ana akọbọ no abrante ye de na ba mpanimfo no ho fansa ku ochi na kasa kire no but ono no say aye say na ogina gina obo no so why what is this we yes ana ye e de so document ni Muhammad nti abroso bone sa asem na happy wo Arab Gulf e ho ne betima ye adwuma obi didi commission ni Muhammad wato esi nkunu no sa asem na comment so malam bia de kanyam sem da
e wo kro yimu ya sem kramuni na odo commission ni Muhammad de broso abroso obeye bon eno no ene bro abroso no
ana akọbọ no abrante ye de na ba mpanimfo no ho fansa ku ochi na kasa kire no but ono no say aye say na ogina gina obo no so why what is this we yes ana ye e de so document ni Muhammad nti abroso bone sa asem na happy wo Arab Gulf e ho ne betima ye adwuma obi didi commission ni Muhammad wato esi nkunu no sa asem na comment so malam bia de kanyam sem da
e wo kro yimu
ya sem fun ye de ense sa wo ka
asema Quran mu na say asem fun
eni Quran mu commission kasa no omo na say commission Muhammad udidi na tema esi ekun asem we wo ka kire obi a eniema enhia ye masalachi asisi ni bebre wo your community na yesa masalachi ni a efie makoma ko 40 intervals ansa na wasibi but ebi wa ha because any agenda vision bi ene ho akiri wie mu a anajo 12 o'clock ni speaker no ye dede no enhia first speaker no to ho kasa kire mo mate ara mbetie
ase wo mu preach amado do na
dabi ahomache ndi obi ada enye dede me hanya adwene Islam be na light ni ho adana yi obi ada anajo 12 o'clock na oye dede ye ne ya be gina masalachi anajo 12 to 3 no ye nyina ye wo ha speaker na wo de ye me bo fie na udidi a aleze enam na wo we no kramoni ne ku na ensese mbusa semfun we da di the book bi a church Islam and sex konshire ma wa church ni nyina wo ye be ma kora na be ma obema enye adwuma komisheni se ye ma 1 year na fa ya maintenance after 1 year no obema na ensinde dem a anika almata waso ware wo yira sex intina wo ware komisheni se wo no wo yire be denti na mo ware wo ware na obe wo level na enye adwuma en ware ena ekogya wo kwan mu nso a o ma 1 year na fa ya duru
gramosu mu no mo jiri se ono yire dana mo da yie ma
timi won year ya ma wunchira ya kana wo me pretend sa na ya kana wo ene no da sex ni year
ena ka so why dey
timi won year ya ma wunchira
I was saying nyina kwa about the God Sang TV Global baby ahwe
enti on say eduru ba bi na wo chi wo mo dia o mo ka no kore no on say eduru ba bi na wo chi wo mo ka no kore pa on say wo ka no kore yes eti michiwe ni nyina akora no eye ni nyina na trick michiwe no eye trick so michiwe preko ni obi anu na aduane wo se eni Quran no eye wo mo ahyere na dia hyehye wo mo kom eno mo aye bare na warabne no yeso wo pe wasem Arab no mpe wasem odo ko slavery mu ɛna wonsua adeɛ saa Arabni no wɔde ko slavery mu nanam sɛ woyɛ bibini na wonim Nyankopɔn ne God na sɛ nda ne wonim ne dada ɛno nti na wɔsɔ Islam no bawe no na wɔn de wɔn culture na bewuram ɛno na yɛsɛ yɛnua ne te aseɛ wɔn de wɔn culture no apa bewuram ɛna wɔn de push radicalism wɔ Africa ɛne yɛn nkurɔfoɔ na yɛtwan woka hwe wɔn nte aseɛ woka hwe wɔn nte aseɛ ɛno nti na ɔma sesa ayifo aba bɛgu so ngo so a ɔkɔka wohu ba bi ɔmo fi ɔmo sɛ ɔmo yɛ Hausafo ɛne yɛyɛ Ghanafo ti ɔmo sɛ ɔmo hia deɛ equal deɛ ya citizenship ɔmo sɛ hia equal citizenship na bisa sɛ baabi ɔmo fi baayɛ no so ɔmo sɛ hɔ yɛ dominated nkramofo area wo so ɔmo sɛ Islam yɛ asomdwe adan wɔ ba bɛpɛ equal citizenship wɔ Ghana baabi a Christopher dɔso question na mente ase ɛso mbe ya no adentia baabi a free ba no sɛ yɛ asomdwe adentina wo ntena hɔ Northern Nigeria Niger ne Chad hɔ no aden na ntena hɔ aden na mfa sharia law ne sharia adwenwe ne ntena hɔ ɔmo yɛ trickish sɛ wanyɛ smart ɔmo de wadwene bedi agro ɔmo yɛ very very trickish etinkyerɛkyerɛ ne deɛ ɛno na ɔmo de ayɛ nkɔfɔ ne saa bɛsi ne o ɛnkyerɛkyerɛ no ɛno nti kramo na ne yɛnim ne kane no asesa ɛnyɛ nnɛ ɔmo yɛ too radical ɔmo yɛ too kyɛ sɛ kyinkyina akyɛn nanka akwa yi wɔnte mɔkso kyi ɛmpirikyi da bia kora ne mfa na ɛwɔ sɛ wonya case ɛmfa nkɔ court tie
ofoma nya asam montena ase ɛnhyɛ deɛ Islam ɛka ɛnsiesie mo ntam na ɛde ofoma nya asam montena ase ɛnhyɛ deɛ Islam ɛka ɛnsiesie mo ntam na ɛde akɔ court ɛna kɔma obi a wɔgye nso a wɔn horo no to na ɛde akɔ court ɛna kɔma obi a wɔgye nso a wɔn horo no to na ɛde akɔ court ɛna kɔma obi a wɔgye nso a wɔn horo no to na wɔde akɔma obi a wɔnnim Islam mra o kwa na ka ga o mumra ne de enya mra ye de na ya hyehyɛ no ɛna ɛmra nti na de wafa nipa mra so na ya punya media
nti oba okuro mu a adwene sɛ no de aba wo to we no ofre sɛ sɛ wampre ama ya mfa Islam mra anya dwuma kyɛw sɛ wasɔre ati Allah so ɛhɔ na jihad ne ba no na wɔn jihad no wɔn start ne with tutu asɛ sika ne akuma ɔn adwene wo ditrim na adwene no fi sɛ wɔ ka asɛmti ko Ghana no so mbenya nan kasa yawo na yɛ wɔ Islam Sharia sɛdeɛ okɔ all Muslims page so wɔn twɛtwɛrɛ sɛ one day Sharia law be ɛbɛyɛ adwuma wɔ Ghana Sharia law ne yɛ de Islam law na no na obiɛ ai fight yɛ tia saa deɛ no Europeans ni yɛ mistake na wɔn kyekye wɔn so ɛna nnɛ wɔn asɔre atena wɔn kon so eti sɛ mimi wɔ ha me bɔ Ghana ni nka yɛ sɛ deɛ Arabfoɔ no pɛ so wɔn take advantage no Ghana for should be very careful. They should be very careful with this nkramofo no. Ne din kwa me pese meka so mo ye nkramo. Kramo ni ye good Muslim enye no asem. I am talking about the radical Muslims which they be influenced by the Western the Arabian people. Arabfoɔ no wɔn pɛ bɔne. Wɔn pass mdwe. Baabi wɔn akɔ bi wɔn dɔɔso bia no basabasa yɛ asi wɔ bisa ho. Mo area na kramofo no so ha asem bia ni ho. You will live in peace. The moment on the so pay everyday protest, everyday trouble. One kasa betimi adi ho dance here. Pato mo am UK, meboa. Mo am France, meboa. Pato menya nipa be mienu be free France, afre me. Besa me confirm me asem we. Baabi a wote e, ankramofo no so. Protest bia ni ho. Basabaso bia ni ho. Baabi ankramofo do so e wo area no. Adanse ne mpacho de ne ho. Obi o Europe obetimi afre wo de number bi o screen na so me penipa mienu from Germany Europe ba ko free me pe obi free UK na mo ye ntesa asoma me ka me boa obi o America so a okwa America ba bi bebre te say New Dakota South Dakota mo North Carolina and South trouble bi ani obi konkremofo o ye kakra bi na mom ko Texas Chicago Go there and see. But also me boa obi free me free America. Obi free me free on now, Oko Virginia and Cramophone in Shada Norson. It's protest be anyhow. Protest be and Cramophone protest be anyhow. But Chicago okay, where are you on?
Yeah.
The American UK baby and Cramophone Dawson or any baby and also infinite trouble.
Baby and Cramophone Dawson or any Yasan Kitwa, Birmingham. Is we start calling her what do you call it? East Croydon, so we be Tottenham, if you Seven Sisters, or more Yagma Hosa, and the none of the news friend will be a questions, and I think it will. Hey, almost, yes, almost, but Christmas and almost over baby of the high over here. When my young you shut out a tight SMA, Ukosoko failure waters, and nothing get low. I am finding a one because Omuji and Omdi Asomonsa, and even hospital, Quabacuinano, a woman, a war, different. That's a common move. And doesn't get one.
UK, England in Yasa.
When you news, you can use no come to me. I mean, you obey a kind of mamma. So I don't pay easy. Because I can't do so much. Ghana for them, so almost so Nigeria for Muslim for Nigeria for how my sister. Jimmy does somebody or man to say Nigeria. And so you touch on touch on. Now, some principle is also quite no one but to pass around the picture. And what I mean, life. I was a principal costume. Yet a Yawunu, the year, party. But true now, because I don't want to the current, but I didn't.
You ever be full enough for a country. Whatever that's what confirm you. I'm call Europe. Hello.
Hello.
Aha. Where he? Germany. Germany.
UK. Where am I?
I also saw.
Let's see, and Cramophobia or Mukrum, or Mumma Hon to ye. Nana abrofune no do ni hodie wo ko ba bi te se white chapel nkrofo na dominate o woni made ba ko so wo mo do so wo community a o mo pese obi abetena beben wo mo
so say malam no a wo Saudi Arabia na tro say o mo ba ne ye beje wasas na ye no ye said aye ne kakra ka wi ane age wasas
no na wo ni abrofu no mo ni abrofu ye prindu eti no kwa na ama immigration issue ayet tari e wo krom ha na na Jafaraj was wo bibiara wo tena krom bia no o ma citizenship because of cramophone nti ade o mo ye ni krom ha no time na o mo dominate wo community a enkrofo we mpese obi bebe wo mo Christopher bebe wo mo Jewish fo bebe wo mo na o mo nipa bone no o mo ensem funti no o mo hye ho abone nko an o mo di na okwo mo so a e ho fin ho tantan o mo ni ana o mo te community wonom na me say ukọ ye hospitals akese NHS hospital akese a ye say o mo nduan bi ye say friend halal na one man crofo we halal food na e ko mo be fa so hospital honom no because o mo crofo dominate wo NHS anya sam keto na me say abrofo na nuomo English fo na nuomo de ni wode enti na o pakwa bia so say o me dey o me yi o makoma afri honom so and not because of omo dominate no na abrofo no ayi omo kro no omo so konkurase no omo so omo de ne say omo ba no omo wo bebre ye ni ba bi ti na ba na mo ba bi ate say anu na say omo de atrike abrofo no eti every month bi enkofo yi and because omo numbers omo nyanti no omo ye demonstration e wo landing ha say every say Gaza say bi ba ye every month bi enkofo yi demonstration na say na home secretary ne say obi biara obey demonstration biara tiamna omo de mra bia ba ye be chew ana omo gaaye
okay me that's for confirmation or me that's for confirmation